Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is No Dust here. We're going to continue our rogue ladder climb. And apologies for the lack of videos over the weekend. I've been realizing that I tend to have a few extra things on my plate over the weekend, so I know it annoys me when some of my favorite YouTubers, well, they sort of go off the map. I don't know if being busy on the weekend equates to going off the map, but it certainly does annoy me. So I just want to apologize to you guys for not being as consistent as I would like to be, but I will do what I can. Just letting you know in advance, you know. Anyway, let's get back to the Hearthstone. The season is ending soon. As you can see, we're rank 18, and I would very much like to push as far as we can. And there are multiple reasons for this. I mean, yeah, for one, I can say, oh, we got this far. A second reason would be that the higher rank you get in the rewards chest. I'll put a link in the show notes. Hold on, S1E28. Yeah, link for rewards chest. So there are actually certain breakpoints for the rewards chest. If you just get rank 20, I think you get. Actually, I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But on the wiki, on the Hearthstone wiki, on a number of Hearthstone wikis, they break down the breakpoints. And that's an awkward thing to say. Breakpoints. No, I'm not going to spend my Undercity. I think I'll just coin out a Blood Sale. So the number of breakpoints, they generally come in at every 5 ranks. So if you hit rank 5, you'll get a golden epic card and a number of other things. If you hit rank 10, you get a golden rare. If you hit rank 15, I think it's like 2 golden commons, something like that, and rank 20 is just like a little bit of dust. So there are breakpoints every 5 ranks, and that means it's quite beneficial for you if you want to gather some more resources, because golden cards, even if you don't use them, you can disenchant them for a fair number of dust. And so just getting back to it, it's great to, if you're low on resources, but if you think you can climb to 15, I think this deck is very much capable of climbing to 15, but you know, what I think and what it actually can do is, I'm sure it's a very different thing. If you think it can climb to 15, then by all means you should go for it. And generally on my other accounts, before I started doing all this recording, I can get to about rank 10 and then about 8 or 9 without too much fuss. Like, you know, there's a certain point where you have to put in like a ton of time to climb some more ranks, and I think I can get to 5 with a couple of extra games, or maybe 20-30 extra games. But with this BudgetRogue laddering account, no epics, legendaries, or adventures. Some people seem to be a little confused about the. This is excellent, actually. I can delay it for a turn, and then I can sap it. But once again, with Deathrattles, let them trigger the Deathrattles. Every time he draws another card, he may have a Mal'Ganis over here, but he might have drawn into a Flame Imp. And that makes it problematic for him to clear this. Although, on the other hand, with Voidcaller, he could have drawn into a Mal'Ganis, and he can tap into something else. But I think generally it's still better for the Warlock player to be drawing more cards while this thing is on the board. It increases the chances that he gets a quote-unquote dud, a dud demon. You know, something like and then he can't clear this either. So he's just we're wasting time here, and that's fine because I'm just going to sap this back to hand. I'm very happy to sap this back to hand. Okay, we didn't heal this one. That's fine. Yeah, I'll very happily sap this back to hand.
Here we go.
May have been a misplay. I don't know. I think it's generally a good idea. Like, from my experience playing, and I haven't done any stats or anything on this, sapping a Voidcaller is generally a good idea because it costs so much mana to develop, and it takes a certain amount of tempo to get ready. So, okay, Imp. Ooh, that's a dangerous combo. It's gonna hurt. If you miss one of my guys, that'd be great. Yes, that's better. Phew. Okay. Then that allowed me to have a much smoother turn. If my Argent Horse Rider had been taken out by the rando knives, would have had a lot of trouble there. clearing both. Like I would have had to forego playing the ogre and play the barber to clear the knife juggler. Okay, Thaurissan is fine because I can challenge him directly with my ogre. The ogre challenges the Thaurissan directly. But although I could 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 7. I can do this. I can clear the Thaurissan with my face, and I think that's what I will do. And if the oil lands on the ogre, it'll be amazing. But even it landing on this guy, there already was a Immortal Coil that had come out. Now I have 2 big threatening minions on the board. So you either have to clear them both using a lot of mana, or just clear this one using like a Dark Bomb or something. And I'm very happy for you to spend a Dark Bomb on a partially buffed up Buccaneer. And I tap. No, okay. Hellfire, that's fine. That brings me closer to my win condition. Yep, so he's spending his entire turn clearing, and that's fine with me. Although Thaurissan discounted a number of things, and that's fine, you're not going to be able to pop that, I don't think. I will draw, see if we can find anything. South Sea works. I think what I actually do is weapon up Auto Barber. I could have Auto Barbered there and added an extra damage, but this adds 2 extra damage if the game goes that long. And one of the cool things about playing against Void Callers is not having something that the Void Caller can sack itself into. That's actually quite an important thing to remember. Having an unsacrificial board. Okay, Assassins is fine. I think I will just develop and I'll just push. Now, hopefully it doesn't pull out. Hopefully he's drawn enough cards that it doesn't pull out. And he hasn't played any other demons. So, I don't know. I wonder what this Void Caller... what is the goal? Usually the goal of the Void Caller is to pull out either a Doomguard or a Mal'Ganis. Pretty disastrous if it pulls out anything else, honestly. Yeah, so I can deal with a Doomguard, but I can't deal with a Mal'Ganis. So hopefully that's not the case. He may have to... Okay, well, what are you doing? That's interesting. You didn't need to do that anyway. Why did you buff the... What? Have you got the Void Eater thing? That ET thing? Shadow Flame? You didn't need to do that with Shadow Flame either. I wonder. Now we're running a little low on cards. Is it worth adding? It's still fine. Worth adding more draw. Now it could die and draw out a Mal'Ganis, and that is going to be problematic. Okay, that's fine. Phew. Okay, yeah, good. Excellent. On to the next game. Oh, bonus star. Like we got some. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go against rules this time, and I'm gonna buy a pack because we're climbing, and I want as many resources as I can to get as far as I can. I want to reach 15. I don't think it'll happen in this video, but it may happen in other videos. Scarlet Crusader is excellent. Loot Hoarder. I don't know. Let's think about it. The other cards are not worth considering. So let's see what is new. Oops. No. Although that's good for dust, but I'll sit on it. Okay. Do I already have 2 Scarlet Crusaders? No, I don't. That's interesting. Let's do it. I already have a single. I don't think I want a second Loot Hoarder, but a second Scarlet Crusader can do a lot of work. So what do I throw it out for? Honestly, the Exorcist is a little underwhelming. Like it's done good work at certain points, but it's a little underwhelming. I want to trade out the Exorcist for the Scarlet Crusader. This challenges Shredder's much better, and the Exorcist just taunts up the Shredder and then it dies. This actually survives against Shredder, so I am going to quickly disappear into the YouTube vortex and update this deck list. Okay, welcome back. I've just finished queuing up, And as you can see, we've actually reduced the dust cost of our deck, but I think it adds a little more consistency, although I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. But just a call I'm going to make based on what we opened in packs. I won't keep a 3-drop. 1 weapon up. It could have been okay, but I think this is more reasonable. This is... MCT is not as strong as Scarlet Crusader, just in terms of board control, but... there we go, we picked up Scarlet Crusader. And having 2 copies in hand, if you're 6 mana, you drop 2 of these, it's not a bad thing, you know. You never feel bad about dropping 2 Scarlet Crusaders, and it just sort of requires like double removal. And that's the thing that's really good about Divine Shield. Yeah, double removal. Very good. Weapon up. Do I weapon up? Or do I think I saved the Valiant for combo play, and I will swing at the face, since given this is a Hunter matchup. The damage is going to make a difference. And I wonder if this thing is going to go for value or it's going to go trade into my Buccaneer. The good thing about this going into the Buccaneer... Okay, so you're going to draw out 2 secrets? Okay. One of them is almost guaranteed to be an explosive, so I can just pop the explosive. And actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to Buccaneer again. No explosive. Interesting. No explosive. No bear, no explosive. I'm thinking freezing. Turn 4. If I do this weapon, what am I doing on turn 4? Probably just Scarlet Crusader. If I do this Undercity, I think I do this Undercity. It's not a... Okay. So it's not a bear, and it's not an explosive. It's freezing. I'm thinking freezing, and... thinking freezing. So what I'll actually do is I'll run this in to get it frozen. Oh, misdirection. You serious? Oh, shoot. That's fine. What else is going on? Would that have frozen it? Hard to say. Let's see what happens. Snakes? That's fine. So the misdirection killed a 1-cost card, and I get to clear all of this nonsense with Flurry. That's fine. Yeah, not too bad. Oh! No, I didn't have enough. Okay. Phew. Didn't have enough for MCT, and I don't think it's worth. I don't think it's good to. I don't think it's a good idea to wait on a 3/1/1 snakes for a turn. It could be quite dangerous. Okay, and I will just tank the damage as usual. Happy to tank the damage to just have a clear board. It's so important to have a clear board. Another thing with Divine Shield and the type of rogue that I'm running is with oil. Oil will give this the ability to punch above its weight class, but also give it life to punch again. I think I do. I could weapon up, but that's a little too slow. And this doesn't challenge any of my guys anyway. Okay, that works actually. That's really good. That was a good pickup. So I get to clear the Senjin. Take a little bit more face damage, but it essentially protects my Auto Barber. If I had just left the board as is, the Senjin couldn't have challenged any of my other 2 minions. But clearing it allows me to protect my Auto Barber. Okay, interesting. Fan is not something I want to do now. I think I just developed this.
Here we go.
And this is fine. This is fine to do. I will bring this down to 1 health, because it's actually quite difficult for a hunter to not over damage a 1 health minion. So like, you know, if you use a quick shot, or if you use a multi, and that's good actually, because this thing survives in this case. I think I will MCT Shadow Pan just to push out. Yeah. Let's do it. And from playing these budget games, I've actually gained a real appreciation for Assassin's Blade. If it doesn't get dealt with, you essentially become like a super hunter for 4 turns. You gain a hero power that deals 3 damage every turn, and that's a little scary. Honestly, a little scary. Okay. Okay. How much damage do I have? I have 11, 30. That's enough. That's plenty. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's just double count. 11. Yep, 14. That's just fine. Let's just click very slowly. Make sure we get lethal as intended. Okay, that's much better. Feeling pretty good about this run today. I don't know what's changed. Really. Anyway, let's. Ooh, and we get some more dust next game. Let's go. If we win, that is. Okay, let's go. Hunter again. Is it the same guy? I don't think so, because I think the previous guy. No, it's Cookie's the previous guy. We should do okay against Hunter, just given the amount of heal I have in this deck. I have Earthen Ring, and I have could have had a better start, but let's see how we go. I have Earthen Ring, and I have. Where's the Earthen Ring? And I have a heal bot, and I have a Senjin, which acts as pseudo heal. Anything else? Not really. That should be okay. And I have whatchamacallit, the Cavalry's here. Whatever, the 3-drop with Divine Shield. You can actually think of anything that acts as pseudo removal. You can actually think of it as a heal, because you get rid of the Huffer. That Divine Shield minion challenges the Huffer very neatly. Okay, interesting. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to clear it just for safety. I can't have that thing getting out of control and getting protected by a like a Misha or a bear trap. It can be quite dangerous. So I think I was just going to play it safe there, since the Hunter's the one putting on pressure in this matchup. I'll be the one playing from behind and healing up and then waiting for the late game, because generally Hunters have really efficient early and mid game. I'm talking about Face Hunter here, and if you can outlast that, your mana, like the available mana crystals, that become available to you in the late game, and the high quality cards that become available to you. Okay, definitely gonna do this now. Yeah, make it quite hard for you gain so much more value if you last past turn 5 against the Hunter, because you get access to a number of key cards. I mean, even just getting to turn 5 and putting down a heal bot gives you a ton of value. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, you got a coin unleash? Interesting. Unleash for 2? Okay. Well, I hope the best of luck to you to hit both knives, and if you do, that'll be sad for me. It's sad for me. That's a bummer. Oh, yeah, I think I'm doing this. I think I have to deal with this knife juggler. I can't afford to take any more incidental knife juggler damage. It's a really awkward turn, but them's the breaks. Not dealing with a knife juggler from a Hunter, it just makes it so much more dangerous for you in the future turns. Okay, interesting.
Here we go.
I think that I use the Earthen Ring here. Gives me a more consistent turn. Although it could have been worth saving this for a 7 mana play Earthen Ring into a 4-drop. But this can also draw me into something like a 3-drop. You're gonna trade your scientists away. I get the feeling from that line of play that you're not. Are you going to trade your scientist? Okay, so you're showing explosive. You're showing explosive, which means that I will clear everything. Snakes, okay. Or maybe you're showing snakes. Interesting. I was thinking explosive.
Here we go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go face just to trigger the explosive. There is one. Yeah, there it is. That's fine. Okay. Now I need to draw into my heal bot. Probably could have ordered that turn a little bit better. But I wasn't sure about the existence of snake traps. Yeah, we're still very likely to fall behind at this point. Just given the amount of value that's come out. Now I'm going to really need my flurry. 1 out of 18 to find a flurry. Yeah, sometimes you just won't win a game against, what is this, Tempo Secrets Hunter, something like that. It just won't happen, it doesn't matter. Clear the beasts. Okay, clear the beasts, it's fine. I'm probably dead. So I should look for card draw. I should look to exploit card draw, because like if I somehow don't die this turn, he's got 6 damage, but he doesn't have a beast, so he can't skill command me. So that was important. Clearing the spiders was important. Although he could play a beast skill command. Okay, that's not a killing blow. That's good. I can work with that. I gain an extra chance to draw into Healbot. Now the sap works. I think I may actually have to sap that. I'll plan to sap the Leper Gnome. Ah, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. I'll sap the Leper Gnome. Do this. And I will not trigger. I won't trigger the trap. Okay. Yeah, I won't trigger the trap. I really need to wait for some more heal. So I drew through an extra 2 cards in my deck, I think, and didn't find the heal bot. I need to find the heal bot. Shut up. Yeah, I didn't find the heal bot. Sometimes it'll happen. Sometimes you need to dig for health gain, or even the Senjin would have helped, but it doesn't. Things don't always work out, you know. And you have a slow start, they have a quick start. Things happen like that. Anyway, record a loss. That's all right, and we get some progress towards the beatdown. I think that the reason I lost that game, I had a lot to do with playing Fan on turn 3, well, on turn 4, using 3 of my mana. I think that could have I probably could have done something different there. And if I had the Fan for the snake traps, I think things would have been very different. What else? Had a pretty slow start with Auto Barber into... Yeah, I would have liked it's really important to find a 1-drop against a Hunter, I think. Just to stop, like, just so that you don't have to weapon up and clear the blood thing. The Cancer Gnome. This is better. This is better as a 2-drop. This gains me. They're both debatable. You may not be able to combo this, but this it's more consistent that I'll have a weapon up and can be used with Assassin's Blade. Yeah. So let's do this. Come on, my friend. And it's great to play 3-2 against the Martyr Worm. It means that either they have to coin or use some sort of removal. It's fine. You don't have any 0-cost spells, do you? Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I was thinking about weaponing up, but you've only got 3 mana to do your Flamemaker shenanigans, so I'm not too fussed. If you spend your entire turn casting spells and not developing minions, I think that's actually good for me. Flamemaker is stronger the later you get into the game. Like, what would be disastrous if double ping on my lady? But that's fine, no double ping. Tempted to use an arcane missiles. Okay, interesting. That's not very threatening at all. It's fine. Okay. And I will... Ooh, yeah. Do this. Clear the Flamewaker, because I can't leave it alive. That's the thing. Let me write this down. Early Flamewanker is not that threatening. E.g. coined out. It becomes threatening once you get to the mid game. Once there's like a number of like low cost spells in the mage's hand, that's when it becomes threatening. Okay. I think I still just develop the Shredder. Yeah. In the mid game, once they have like mirror images and magic missiles with arcane missiles. Okay, so you're gonna double trade in. That's fine. That was actually a good pickup from the unstable portal. This thing's gonna do a lot of work for him. Okay, what is this? I need to check for. So let's do this to check for mirror entity. That's not what it is. I think I just double clear. No problem. There's a risk that it could be something spell based, and I didn't want it to eat my eviscerate. I much prefer it to eat my deadly poison than for it to eat my eviscerate. And if it eats my deadly, and it could actually be a spellbender. Actually, I didn't think about that. Spellbender, although it's fairly rare, and this is a perfect target for evisceration. Evisceration. So let's do this. Interesting. What are you playing at? Is this still a... Okay. So it was a spellbender. That's fine. Do I fan? Yeah, I fan to protect this thing. I'm gonna take 7 to the face, it's fine. 7 to the face is fine. I'm vulnerable to... At this point I need to find some more heal. Next turn is double fireball turn. And I need to be above 12 for double fireball. In this sort of deck, it seems quite aggressive. It seems like I'm going to need some sort of life gain. Yeah, he's pushing for... Well, I mean, there's no reason to hit anything else. It could be argued you can push the no mission down 1. That's not what I need. That's not what I need. I think we're done here.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
I think we're done here. I can't afford to take the damage. I'm feeling double fireball. So I might as well swing since my hand is pretty empty. I can play most of my hand next turn. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth saving the MCT. Does this deck need a little more life gain? Does it need a little more life gain? More life gain. Okay, there's no double fireball. So the worst case scenario has been bypassed. There's no double fireball. There may be a single fireball though. If he just pings some more to my face, you know, it sets up. Okay, so you're double drawing. Very likely now that you have either a frostbolt or a double fireball thing going on. Okay. Oh, MCT can work here. MCT. If I pick up the Dreadsteed or the... Although I could do this. I think I have to Assassin's Blade. It's painful, but this is not a guaranteed steal. Plus the Assassin's Blade Flurry allows me to deal allows me to deal 6 damage to the face, and then weapon up and swing again. It's not optimal, but I'm desperate here. Like, you know, I'm going to lose because this. I've probably lost already because it's probably like fireball, frostbolt, ping will kill me, and I'm 6 cards behind, like in terms of draw. So it's going to be tough. Yeah, it's done. Let's just see if you actually have it. Okay, we're done. So what happened there? What happened in that game? The Spellbender eating the Stalug. Eating the Eviscerate that was intended for the Stalug. Yeah, that was what happened there. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. And I will continue playing, but I'll split it up into a separate segment. So thanks in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I do this for love. Every gesture of appreciation means a lot to me. And so I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week leading up to Christmas. I'm definitely looking forward to taking a break. This is No Dust signing off.